Góðan daginn, and welcome to May's book haul. This month I only got fiction, so I am pleased with myself that I am still moving into the whole reading more fiction. I'm also pleased with myself that I am still sticking to the whole challenging. Well, first off, the first challenge is read more fiction. The second challenge was to read more, or basically just start to read romance, because there are so many wonderful stories that people are talking about and I want to read them. I feel like I'm missing out, so I am ridiculously pleased with myself. So, let's dig into the books. The first one I'm gonna show you is The Dangers of Smoking in Bed by Mariana Enriquez. The author is Argentinian, and this is a collection of short stories that are apparently just horrifying. The inside cover says, a city thrums with murderous intentions, family betrayals, and morbid desires in this masterpiece of contemporary Gothic. Welcome to Buenos Aires, a place of nightmares and twisted imaginings, where missing children come back from the dead and unearthed bones carry terrible curses. That really sounds like some of the old Icelandic folk tales. I'm intrigued. These brilliant, unsettling tales of revenge, witchcraft, fetishes, disappearances, and urban madness spill over with children and girls whose dark inclinations will lead them over the edge. So I'm not used to reading horror because I am a scaredy cat who gets easily scared. But this book has had some interesting and some good reviews, and people have been talking positively about this. I mean, it is a scary book apparently. I'm intrigued. Also the cover, just, it is compelling and I want to read it, so maybe in October when it gets started again. I don't know, I'm interested in this book, so happy I got it. The next two books have been very, very popular for the past years, like on TikTok and on YouTube, basically everywhere. Susanna Clarke's Piranesi and Taylor Jenkins read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Now, did I get these books because they have good reviews, people are talking positively about them, because they're good? I mean, that plays a part, but the main reason is actually bad reviews sold me on these books. And I will be making a separate video of the books that I buy this year based purely on bad reviews. Piranesi, I can't remember the bad review that sold me Piranesi off the top of my head, but the one with The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I do remember vividly that single bad reviewer sold me this book. Like, the reviewer was so triggered and was in such a victim mode. It was just like, well, you sold me on this book that I was kind of tiptoeing about. I cannot wait to show you that review, because it was so just, this person was such a victim just from this fiction novel. It did bring good. I did buy this book. The only thing is that in shipping, there was a slight mishap with the box that these came in. Basically, one corner was completely torn off by some wetness, and these two books were the victims. But considering how wet that box must have gotten, it's not that terrible of a damage. Like, it's unsightly, but it's not like horrifying. Like, the books aren't damaged. So now I was talking about romances, and I did get two. I got The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood. Mostly because I heard or read somewhere that this was a Star Wars fanfiction to begin with, and very obviously a Kylo and why does her name always bounce through my brain? I can see her face, I can see her. Rey. So very, very clearly a Kylo and Rey fanfiction, I mean, even the cover artist is being very, very on the nose. So that's the main reason why I bought this book. A, because it's fairly popular. Even those who weren't like over the, flying in adoration of this book, they were like, it's not bad. It's just there are certain topics that, or certain details or actions or certain, that they were befuddled by, like how this girl keeps expecting this guy to buy her coffee. And the fact that people point that out, I'm like, okay, I wanna show that. So, but that, I mean, the reasons why I buy books: bad reviews and Star Wars fanfiction. The other romance novel that I got is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. That is a gay romance novel that explores what happens when America's first son falls in love with the Prince of Wales. Seems pretty cute, like pretty thick, and flipping through, it's like does have. I mean, the text has variation. Like it goes from classical, setup to emails, so your eyes do get some variation. It is fairly popular, but it does also have some criticism, like there are how the plot develops or how the characters act isn't realistic, considering you have the presidency of the United States of America and the royal family of England, so some of the actions are not that believable, but apparently it's a really cute story. I'm also keeping up with my goal of collecting series to read. So I got the Percy Jackson series. I have to admit, I haven't read any of these books before. Mainly because I was already an adult when these started coming out, and they just didn't fascinate me, unfortunately. But they do now, and I want to read them. So we got the whole series of The Lightning Thief, The Sea of Monsters, Titan's Curse, Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian. So, again, another series that I can cross off my list. And lastly, another series. I got the Cinder series. I've been curious about this series, like the Percy Jackson series, for some years. I had intended to buy Cinder some years ago. I think I got a preview on my Kindle, but then I didn't. I mean, let's just be honest, the last like 2 or 3 years have not been good book years for me, particularly last year. Last year kind of sucked. But I really want to read Cinder because it has a lot of fans. So Marissa Meyer, the Lunar Chronicles. Again, I bought the entire series because I have no self-control. I've got Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter, Fairest, and Stars Above. I am interested in the fact that, it's all bound, but the style of the first 4 seems to be completely different cover-wise from the last 2. So, yeah, that's all the books I got. Look at them! Look at all those books! So yeah, nothing but fiction this month, so I have so many things to read. But yeah, so that's all the books, and I will thank you for watching my show-offing this month. I feel so much better. I feel so like, listen, I've been wanting to read Percy Jackson and the Lunar Chronicles for some years. I haven't gotten around to it, and the fact that I now have them, I just need to add them to my to be read pile because that keeps adding up. So yeah, I am very pleased with myself this month. So yeah, again, I will thank you for watching my book haul this month. Probably gonna have another book haul next month because I've got some books coming in. I'm really interested. Not as many fiction. I think mostly is non-fiction next month because there were just very interesting books that were popping up in my recommendation. I'm like, I want to read that. For the third time, thank you for watching. Stick with me to the end, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, take care. Bless, bless.